I'm sit on the floor anyways.
Yeah.
Not like that weirdos, don't we? Go on then.
Right. Fucking.
You don't ask me questions.
So, what's your name?
My name's Demi. I'm from Hull, West Hull, Hazel Road, well known as, this is where all the working girls, the red light district.
Yeah.
I met Danny today. He'd been out trying to just get a bit of research, just on the area really, because all he'd heard is bad things.
Yeah.
And it's got a bad reputation, but it's just as bad as anywhere you go. Anywhere is what you make it. Home is where you make it, I suppose, and I love West Hull, especially Hazel Road.
So tell me a little bit about like what you do. Obviously, you work on the streets.
I work on the streets. I live, die, breathe on the streets.
Yeah.
I'm homeless. I've been surfer surfing now for the past, I'd say, 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Institutionalised, always in and out of prison.
Yeah.
It's no life. I'm only 25. It's no life at all. On the classes.
What's that for people who don't know?
I've got heroin, crack cocaine and heroin.
Yeah.
And that's what I was just going to show you. I'll be having a
That's fine.
crack pipe now.
What's it done to your life? Like kind of living.
I've lost everyone and everything.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, I've lost everyone and everything, and the drugs are a blocker. They help you cope, don't they? So.
Sure.
Well, for a little while.
Yeah.
Only for a little while.
I mean, everybody's got their vices, but you know, a lot of people's vices don't lead them down the path to where they have to do things that they're doing. You know.
Well, everybody has their own little, what's it called? Like their own little, what's it called? Like their own little naughty thing. Like some people say, for instance, could be diabetes, like have diabetes,
yeah.
and they're not meant to eat sweet things.
Yeah.
And their little naughty thing is like their little treat that like maybe have a bar of white chocolate.
Yeah.
When they shouldn't do, you know.
Yeah.
Like that naughty little
That's a
kick,
good
you know.
analogy. Yeah.
Like their
like
look. Like there's their look forward to every month type thing, where this is on my mind 24/7 because it's all I know, to be fair.
What would you change if you could change it right now?
I'd never, ever, ever have engaged myself and got my life back involved with my mum.
Okay.
And I'd not said a few things to my dad, like what I did say. The last words I said to him was obviously I hated him,
Yeah.
and I didn't see him again. So, and that's from drugs also. I was brought around it. My mum was a heroin addict.
Yeah.
She still is on the crack. She's in New Orleans now in prison. And my dad was a heroin addict and a crack cocaine.
I mean, we was talking earlier on. If not, I can cut this bit out. But you're saying your mum kind of introduced you into drugs.
Yeah, well, when my dad passed away, my great grandma Dorothy, she'd got left money. She'd left my dad money.
Yeah.
Also, when she passed away.
Yeah.
As well as all the kids, like my nana and all those. And obviously that was when the bungalow got sold, what she owned.
Yeah.
And she passed away a few weeks literally before my dad. And she was like my dad's mum, if you know. She brought my dad up type thing. So I think my dad went downhill from there, to be fair. Do you know, when my great grandma passed away,
yeah.
I think my dad, like, he'd gone cold turkey, he was doing real well. You know, he'd been in and out of rehab all my life. It was the alcohol that was my dad's downfall.
Yeah.
And then I think the final straw was he practically died. You know, his liver was packing in, his skin was going bright yellow. It looked like a Simpson.
Yeah, yeah.
His eyes was yellow. And my dad was my mum and dad growing up. obviously, and so social services got involved.
Yeah.
But I was always clean, always fed, always loved, you know. He did a fantastic job, my dad, to be fair. He was an amazing parent. I miss him every day, and I think that's one of the main things that got me on the drugs was when I lost my father. I miss him like hell.
So kind of using it as
yeah, my mum used that as
a way of coping and
yeah. Are you okay there?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum used that as a go-to, obviously, because she's always been she just used to always appear in and out of my life whenever she felt like it when I was a kid.
So because of her chaotic lifestyle as well, I guess.
Well, she's still to this day, she's the same. She's got a different boyfriend every other week.
Yeah.
You know, so
but, I mean,
she'd be introducing all these new partners, and as a kid, you know, I'd be calling all these different men stepdad, like, oh, stepdad, you know, this is my stepdad to all my friends. And now growing up, I can imagine all my friends, like, must have thought, oh, I bet Demi's mum's really easy, you know. Or like, I've even recently been thinking how many of my friends have actually slept with my mum growing up, you know, because my own mum's even tried it on with my own ex-partner, you know, like, that's the type of parent my mum, I suppose, thinks she is, you know. She's never really been a parent at all. I don't think she knows how to be a parent, if I'm being quite honest.
Yeah, I've been, I mean, I haven't had the greatest relationship with my father due to my past, but you know, a couple of months ago I asked him, you know, some questions, and he said, what he said was kind of right, really. He said, you know, life doesn't come with a manual when you have a kid and that.
No, does it? Hell, you learn as you go along.
That's not excusing people's behaviour, but yeah, there's a point to that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, you learn as you're going along. I've always said that. Even I learned that when I had my first boy. I had Esme, she's 7 now, my daughter.
Okay.
And I think that's where my life more or less was like, I thought enough's enough, you know. I ended up getting sectioned, you know. Fair dues, it was only over the weekend, you know. But like, I tried taking my own life, you know. They made me leave the hospital before my own daughter did. I just had enough. I thought life can't get any worse. And then I felt the pain, and I just didn't understand, like, how my mum could have like 4 girls and like just appear in and out of our lives as and when she felt like it.
Sure.
And then, like, I had my daughter taken, not by choice, you know, out of, like, because of social services, you know, because of my past, my criminal past, and because I was young and I was in a domestic relationship at the time. And I was set up to fail from beginning, from get-go, to be fair, especially with my baby's dad.
Yeah.
I was only 15 when I first started, like, you know, being in a sexualised relationship with them, running away, and I'd just got out of young offenders then.
Yeah.
Well, secure unit, I went there, 11 years old, in County Durham, and I think I'd only been there a week or 2. And I was running away again just to be out and about, you know, because you think it's cool, don't you, being with he was 23.
Yeah.
And I was 15, and he was selling drugs, and, you know, you think it's right cool, but yeah, so you want to be around it all the time.
I mean, I think, like, the people that you grow up around, or the people that you're around in those environments, kind of...
Yeah, definitely.
It's different. I don't know, if somebody went to a private school, they'd be hanging around with people from a private school.
Yeah, of course. It's like I said, it's all I know, isn't it?
Yeah.
Busting for it, Lou. Where can I go to for a week? I'm busting. I'm busting for the loo.
But what about happy?
I was quite good at school, me.
Yeah.
No, I was hell. I was brainy. I just didn't take advantage of it. To be fair, it was more when I finished school.
Yeah.
I got my head together after I'd been, you know, to secure unit. I went to Bishop Burton, but then, like, it was, you know, my past that caused me problems growing up, like anger problems, you know, like I've always got a short fuse, you know.
Yeah.
I've learnt now, obviously, since I've had my daughter and that. You grow up when you have kids, don't you?
Yeah. But where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Definitely not in the same shoes as my mum, and definitely not living the same lifestyle I'm living now. Definitely. I'd expect someone to put a bullet between me head if I was like, Mum, I'm still like this in 10 years' time. I'd be ashamed, you know, because my daughter would be nearly 18 then.
Yeah.
So she'd have come looking for me, you know. I'd have probably, I'd like to hope, such word, like, I'd have been in contact for nearly 2 years with her by that point. Chicken nuggets and gear.
Chicken nuggets and gear. Starting a new trend. So that's like a bit of heroin on the foil.
Yeah, that's heroin on the foil.
So what can it cost you, like a day, like taking drugs?
However much money I make, I spend every penny on it.
But that's
practically. But I always buy food. I do prioritise. I do always try and make sure I buy food and stuff.
Sure.
Always. Yeah. Well, you bought me food today because I'm starving, but it's been really hard out there.
Yeah.
It was -5 last week, walking the streets, and I just felt like killing myself. I was so depressed. I never felt so suicidal in my life. I really didn't, but then I need a wee pad, I'm like jiggling. I just kept thinking to myself, there's people always worse off than you. There's always like that sort, like I try to think that in my head.
Yeah.
My dad always used to say, Demi, no matter what, always think, no matter how hard or low or depressed your life gets or you feel, just think to yourself, there's always somebody that's worse off than you. Like look at the kids in Africa.
Yeah.
You know, that are happy. Kids in in the jungle, you know, in the Amazon that are like happy when they've like just with a football.
Yeah.
You know, happy with each other. And like there's kids from like now, like in America, the UK, these big cities or wherever, like we're not happy unless like we've got a £4,000 electric push bike, you know, or motorbike or it's just nothing's like it was when I was younger. And that's what I don't understand, like my dad brought me up on his own, and I've got so much respect for my elders.
Yeah.
Where like kids nowadays, there's just so much drugs and drug dealing, and it's all class A's. All it is heroin, crack, and especially around here, it's rife.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll see a lot of that, obviously.
Yeah.
Have you seen how quick
I mean, to be fair, like I met you like when I come into Hessel Road the other day.
Yeah, well, it's
within
the
a couple
second time
of minutes.
we've made it.
Second time.
This is the second recording, by the way, people, but the microphone went on last time.
So
I looked like I was mumbling.
So I come back today because I'm going back to Glasgow in a couple of days, and I was proper made up when I saw you because like it'd be nice to redo this, but at the same time, you know, I wanted to fucking check on you as well because you know, I've been to some of the places you've been, and it's a fucking dark place. But what I will do is I'll put a link in. What would change your life now? Like a accommodation, like somewhere settled. Yeah. I mean, if people want to donate, then I'll come back down and I'll find you again.
We'll make a page.
Yeah. You know, I mean, there's fucking millions of people. And maybe
if people
do
want to donate or sponsor, I'd like it more to be, if it's not for me, for you. Because obviously, like, you could be, if you don't mind me saying, you could be made, Daniel could be made bankrupt from all of this, you know, because of personal situations that no one needs to know about.
Yeah.
And within these past 2 days, I've obviously become to get to know quite a lot about you.
Yeah.
And we're quite familiar in a lot of ways, that would, to be fair, Daniel. You're just a male version of me and a lot older.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. He's a good man, he's a very good man. This is totally like free. You've like this is all paid for out of his own pocket. He's gone out of his own way.
And hopefully people will give back and like want to support you, do you know what I mean? I'll still be keeping in contact with you after.
Well, our last conversation was about how expensive rehab was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's someone out there and you can get to that position and go down that path, you know?
Well, there's always somebody now that's got some special cause, isn't there? Like, so there'd be some rehab like that, it'd be free or paid for by the council or, you know, something like that, I don't know. But more than anything, I just like people to reach out, if anything, and just post this and spread it as much as you can. Share it as much as you can to all your friends, on all your pages. try and get it seen by as many people as you can, so that something can get done.
I think the important thing is you know, that there's no difference between me and you, other than the circumstances. You know, I could easily be where you are.
Yeah.
You know.
People. We just thought we'd make it a little bit more. What's the word?
Creative.
Yeah, we thought we'd be a bit more creative. We're talking about classes, hardcore drugs, prostitution.
Yeah.
Rough as fuck West Hull.
What's one thing you would say to the world to make it better?
We should all have a Daniel.
Cool. Thanks for your time, Demi.